David,
I wasn't sure if I would be
Yo.
not given a new headset.
the daily rewards this month contain crown crates.
Don't they every month?
No.
I might just be thinking of crowns.
Oh,
No, they don't contain crowns. That's just ESO plus.
they
Oh,
announced
fair
a new Terror Raid, by the way, Dion.
What one?
Uh,
We need to do some trades on that. Bring your Switch on Friday.
a rock-type chestnut.
I want Chestnut because I really like Chestnut.
Speaking of switches.
Like, Chespin's one of my favorites.
Well, I do have a few more shinies I have to give to you now, because I said I've been doing those random trade ones. I have a spare shiny Inteleon now.
Speaking of switches, I'm gonna post in voice chat what I got in preparation for Friday.
Friday.
Oh yeah, because it's the Zelda game.
There's Zelda's
Oh
coming out.
yeah.
So happy.
I'm not a big Zelda player, so like
I don't mind Zelda, but I couldn't get into Breath of the Wild.
I have not bought a Zelda game for fucking years. Like since I was a kid.
And the last one I bought was Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess was probably, in my eyes, the best. Well, I say
Last
that
one I
for
got
sure.
was one of the ones on the DS. I don't remember which one.
But I do look forward for Breath of the Wild 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, yeah, they missed an opportunity.
I mean, Matt Mercer's voicing Ganon, so
yeah,
Oh.
he's voicing. Well, no, not Ganon. I've got
But it was
to
Ganon.
make this. It's not Ganon. It's Ganondorf. Ganon's the boar. Matt Mercer is not voicing the boar. The boar has a voice actor from the original game, and I don't remember what his name is. He does the sound effects for the boar.
Gonna get to every other Legend of Zelda. It's gonna be like, this Ganondorf's not good enough. Why can't he be more like Matt Mercer?
Actually, I have decided that this Ganondorf is good enough. I mean, the best Ganondorf is either Twilight Princess or Wind Waker, but I have kind of decided on design alone. This Ganondorf is pretty fucking cool because he's a combination of Twilight Princess Ganon, and
You mean Ganondorf?
Thank you. And also a combination of
You open the window?
Ocarina of Time, with some other kind of bonuses in there that make him.
So he's just exuding big dick energy.
Yes.
Oh no, that was the last one I bought was the Wind Waker remake when I got my Wii U.
Yes.
That was the last Zelda game I bought.
Wind Waker was good.
Oh no, wait, no. Tell a lie. There was another one I bought after Twilight Princess.
What?
But I don't know if it counts or not. Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors counts.
No, but it's a Dynasty Warriors clone.
Yeah, but it's still, in all intents and
A
purposes.
Dynasty Warriors clone if the guys who make Dynasty Warriors make it.
Yes.
Yes.
BRB. I've got to
It'd
go
be a
bathroom.
ripoff if it wasn't them that made it.
Would you say Bloodborne or Sekiro or Elden Ring is a Dark Souls game?
Sekiro is.
I certainly won't call it a Dark Souls clone.
And would you say that Dark Souls is a Demon Souls game?
Okay, Souls-like. So
I still wouldn't call it a clone.
I mean, me
when I think clone, I think of a game that is blatantly trying to copy its mechanics without necessarily being a variant of it. Whereas I wouldn't call Hyrule Warriors a clone, because it is a Dynasty Warriors game, technically.
It's made by the Dynasty Warrior peoples in partnership with the Legend of Zelda people. But no.
I suppose what I'm saying is I really would call a clone and a rip-off the same thing. I mean,
I get that. So, for instance, Wild Heart is definitely a clone of Monster Hunter.
What the fuck is Wild Heart?
It's the EA,
exactly.
It's EA Monster Hunter.
It's not Dauntless, that's the only clone I know of that game.
Somehow Dauntless is more fun than Wild Heart, in my opinion. Like, I've heard good things about Wild Heart. I tried it, I just couldn't...
Dauntless is just Fortnite Monster Hunter. It's the same artistic aesthetic.
Yeah, it's the same engine, too.
It is just Fortnite Monster Hunter.
That or one could argue that it's also just Wildstar Monster Hunter.
Do not sully the name of Wildstar.
No, hey, do
No.
you know about Pathfinder? Do you know about the Wildstar spiritual successor that's coming out in the MMO world?
I am, and it should not be. Wildstar should stay dead.
I mean, I agree. I fundamentally agree, and I said the same thing about Secret World. But here we are.
I have.
What is dead should stay dead.
I do not have any other option for this. So I've just noticed something because, as I said, I'm noticing like a little bit of lag, and I'm noticing a bit on the taskbar as well. I opened up Task Manager to see what's happening. Apparently, CPU is at 100%, and memory's at like 80%, and GPU's at like 90 odd percent.
What are you?
Back in just a moment.
What are you got on?
Currently, app-wise, just Task Manager open itself, OBS, Discord, and Google Chrome.
This is why I don't use Google Chrome when I'm recording.
Yeah, it's Google Chrome that is using.
Yeah,
It is Google Chrome that is freaking the fuck out with it.
it
That's why they're going. Do I have any alternate options?
Opera.
I don't have Opera. I've only got Edge and Chrome on this. I mean, I could try and quickly download one. It just means delaying the game for like a couple of minutes. Opera web browser. Let's see. Download Opera. Opera setup. Ish. Because if I could find one where it's going to be, well, that's interesting. Tried to download Opera setup.exe. It says failed virus detected on it. This is on like the official
Back.
Opera website.
The what?
I tried to download Opera off the official Opera website because Chrome is causing my CPU to go to 100% while trying to do Roll20 and such.
Yeah.
And when I tried to download it, it said, yeah, the download failed due
Uh,
to virus detected on Opera setup.
So
Opera setup.
Chrome is running at 100% capacity all the time. I'm assuming it's opening multiple tabs internally constantly.
No, it's just the one tab that's open, which was
Oh yeah.
Roll20.
Oh yeah. I mean that, but in the task manager, if you go into properties, you might see it trying to open multiple tabs.
Task Manager, processes,
This
foreman.
is something we encounter quite a lot at work.
I mean,
It usually means that there is an update pending somewhere, and it's trying to find a way around it.
It does say Google Chrome and then in brackets 18.
Yeah, it's trying to open 18 instances.
Oof. So
Yeah, so there might be an update pending.
for Chrome itself,
Yes.
or
Both
How do
Chrome
I-
and your device. It's
how
probably
do I
best to
get
check
that
both.
sorted? Settings, about Chrome, manage Google account, customize Chrome, sync and Google services.
When was the last time you played ESO, David?
A month
Okay.
ago?
I love the fact I just went to Chrome and it's like, about Chrome, updating Chrome now as soon as I clicked about Chrome.
That's probably your problem. In my experience, it's Occam's razor.
It's weird that while I've been going through everything before the game, it didn't take the test, like, oh yeah, no, now there's an update. Nearly ready to update, relaunch Chrome to finish updating. Okay.
That's probably why it didn't auto-install the update, because usually something like that requires actual user input.
Okay.
My job is helpful outside of work.
Have you seen the new stuff they're releasing, David?
I have not seen anything about the new expansion.
It's all about like Hermaeus Mora, which is
Oh
pretty fun.
yeah. Oh no.
But the new class is the Arcanist, basically Portal Mage.
I am both intrigued and repulsed.
Alright, let's see.
Because we don't
really-
need another goddamn caster class.
That's what I was saying to Jack earlier. Like,
We've
this
got
is
like
like the
what?
fourth.
1, 2, 3,
Yet again,
4 caster classes right now. 5 if you include Templar.
I do
that-
include Templar because it's mostly spellcasting.
Then 5. How many classes are there in total?
okay.
7.
So I did the
Yeah.
restart, and now it's saying there are still 18 open.
Yeah, you might have to restart your device for it to configure correctly.
My laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of laptop do you use?
Good question. I've forgotten the type.
Yeah.
How
got-
does one figure this out?
I'd say like there's majority caster classes in this game, and then we're getting another new one.
Try to
Hmm.
remember how you find out which.
I want something funly, Marshall. Give me like a berserker class.
How
or
many
something.
add-ons do you have for Chrome?
Settings. Extensions, you mean?
Yeah.
Only 4. And only 3 of them are turned on at the moment.
Okay. And how many do you know how many GPU processors you have running?
How would you find that out?
You'd have to perform a never mind. You should be fine now because usually a load number like 16 to 17 is about normal.
I mean,
Because it's usually running one instance of Chrome per extension or add-on you have,
no.
not necessarily
Yeah.
turned on, along
be
with
fair-
one or go on.
To be fair, I just reopened Task Manager again. It has gone down from the 100% to like just a 79 to 80 odd percent.
Yeah.
So,
When you tab back into Chrome, that might shoot up.
I mean, I am tabbed into Chrome while I'm doing that.
Or I mean, like once you have Chrome as your active window.
Yeah, that. Chrome is the active window. It's that, and it is around that. So we should be
Okay.
fine.
You should be fine then.
All right. So if we're ready to start, we can begin.
Aye.
3, 2, 1, and so the silence. So I should probably get rid of the turnover. I don't think we need that now. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I know I am down.
Oh
You are
yeah.
down.
All I
Yeah.
really remember of last session was Jack having an absolute goddamn hissy fit.
Oh no, I hated it as well. Because I'm not good in close combat. I shouldn't be in close combat with how squishy I am. And I was forced into close combat.
So greetings everyone and welcome back to the dark. Fuck. I did it. I did the thing.
The meme has returned.
It has been ages and it returned. Welcome back to the Devil Darlings. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really paranoid about OBS now, so I keep having to check it just to make sure.
Recording.
It'll be fine.
I'm recording. If something happens, I'll send you my recording.
And if something happens, just blame Santa.
Blame Google.
Okay, well, I'm not recording anymore.
So, last time, you all gathered up to prepare for the fight against the Fae world that was tearing through, where several creatures managed to break their way through. Some odd little creatures created oil puddles, a few darklings and their elders. And the things we don't talk about, less I see a chair flying at me from the distance over here from Jack's direction. The creatures that shall not be mentioned. But needless to say, it may be gobbling backwards. You all managed to take them out after some frustration and several people almost / actually going down, a bomb was lobbed of the cask of Forex mixed with a Nilbog's staff lit on fire and thrown into the Feywild, only for you to see a hunched over figure approach it and extinguish it before walking towards the portal. I can't remember if anyone decided to launch an attack on this thing or not, but I'm pretty sure they did.
Don't think
I know I didn't, because my HP is on 0.
you are stabilized. That I do remember.
Yes.
But I don't think we immediately attacked him because I don't think we had enough time to immediately attack them. It ended with them.
No, looking at what happened, there wasn't an immediate attack because the last attack was made by Au-Zuk, which was the icicle on the Nilbog.
Yeah, so I think it appeared and we stopped.
Yep. So this figure is still approaching, hunched over, cloaked in a robe. Just from the distance looking like an old granny. She doesn't seem to be running with any haste, just taking her time.
Just kind of
So
looks
if
like
I-
an old granny over there.
Yes.
Can I roll something to see whether I recognize this figure, this type of figure?
Hi, my microphone's
I
been
would
up.
know
I was just
anything
saying,
about them.
we did get revealed what it was. I very specifically remember it revealing what it was.
Oh, right, sorry.
Because I remember being like, this is going to be Granny Nowhere. It's not.
No one.
It's angry. It's pissed.
It stopped my bomb!
Yes, sorry. Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry
been a while.
about it. Don't worry
So,
about it.
yeah, the cloak had been discarded. But it is quite clear with the scent of what can only be described as salt water on the air that this is a sea hag.
I've looked.
You're not granning no one.
It's a sag, lads.
You smell
I mean,
like
parts of her probably are sagging.
I'll stop that.
you're not granning no one. You smell like fish.
You think the Sable would like that?
I have no idea how to even respond to that without making a joke.
So I don't like fish.
Let me just roll something just quickly. The voice does kind of echo through the portal as she does make her approach. I can't say I know of a granny no one. You'll have to be a bit more specific.
She's really strong. She goes with lots of magic.
Do you have
Do you
any
like-
idea how little this narrows it down?
She's long. Has longy limbs, a bit like yours, but not as saggy. She likes making deals.
Yet
with
again,
people.
you do realize how little this narrows it down, no? Perhaps I'll get a bit more of an idea if I get a bit closer.
Do you need to get a bit closer? I'm sorry, but you really do smell. I got a very sensitive nose.
Well, I wouldn't want to make any mistakes now, would I?
I'm pretty sure my granny's stronger than you. Anyway.
Oh, but do I have no idea. Of course, neither do I until I get a bit closer, so I can know for sure.
I mean,
At
my
this point, she
granny.
is quite legit on the border of the portal and is yet to step through. Just
As strong as you are, there is a literal army back here, and for all the magic there is in the world, I highly doubt that you'll be able to take out everybody before at least somebody makes a nuisance of your day that I'm imagining is going pretty well at the moment. So if you cross that border, I hope it's with friendly intentions and not vile and wretched.
Let's kill it.
If not, I believe several of our friends might double boil and trouble you.
there is a reason I have not stepped forward yet.
Good, good.
I am not stupid.
Oh,
I know my kind's reputation precedes us. And I know stepping over here will result in a bloodbath.
yes, one way or the other.
Exactly.
Just one way.
Perhaps at the vanguard of an invasion was not the best place to place yourself, if you wish to further your reputation away from your kind.
That is also.
Oh, I was keeping an eye out, seeing who or what was invading, making sure that it wasn't going to lure unscrupulous eyes.
Oh, it has. It has. trust me.
That is unconvincing.
I think
us
it's
put it-
afraid of something.
Let us put it another way. One cannot make deals if the town is destroyed, no?
I did find it quite odd that a deal maker such as yourself was leading a military, although I am willing
Oh,
to
they-
believe that you are not the cause of it. But that still
They
doesn't
weren't.
mean by any means that I trust you and your involvement. No offense, but you are on that side of the portal right after they came through. It does add a little bit of suspicion. But
They weren't mine. They were just a raiding party. You know how it is sometimes with the Feywild.
yes, a
Not
raiding
this
party.
frequent, though.
After talking about a shifting bestial creature that also conducts raids.
Ah, so you've heard of it.
Yes, I have heard of it. I think the majority of people within these lands have heard of it. It's wiped out, what, 3 cities? 4? 5? A amount of cities that is probably actually rather low for such a thing.
The beast of the Feywilds, we call it.
Really? Is that
Well,
what you're
that's a
calling it?
that is a very unimaginative name for that place.
I don't know, it's a little bit specific.
Oh, it's usually things have a like better name, like Lutin. That's a nice name.
Luton is a nice name. I like Luton. Luton sounds like a gentlemanly name that, like, you can talk in the third person and introduce yourself. Like, hello, I'm Luton.
Oh, no. We don't have Lutons here anymore. We kicked those freaks out years ago,
Luton will have vengeance.
along with the giraffes.
That's funny. But no, actually, on that note, Unusor, do we need to start calling you the Beast of the Material Plane?
Why limit it to just one?
Fair. Beast of the Multiverse. That sounds cool. You know what? Kill the Beast of the Feywild and you get that name too. That's how that works, right? That's how names work.
There'll be a
believe-
malicious grin on my face. I like the sound of that.
I believe we're getting off track.
Thank you, Au-Zuk. Thank you. Yes. So you just an observer, a watcher, yes?
At the moment, been
I
trying
think
to
she's
gather
looking for new territory.
information on this beast. We find out its true name or its intent, its origins, and we can do something about it.
Do you have any knowledge of its true name? Also, while we're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and move our snake friend And if any of our
Can anyone
compatriots that
take
have
care of
healing,
her?
yeah, could somebody make sure that she doesn't croak and die? She's stabilized for now, but my medical
I don't have
knowledge
magic like
only
that.
involves dismemberment, and I highly doubt that would work in a case where she's only got 2 limbs.
I wish to use all 15 points of my lay on hands.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. Also, she will just, with a bit of a smirk, just look. I don't suppose there is a last name to that Au-Zuk.
Don't tell her.
Otherwise, you may have just done something extremely unfortunate.
Wait,
Don't worry, if there's a last name, I'm not going to ask for it. Not here for you lot.
wait, hold on, that's your actual... Who the fuck goes around using their actual name?
I mean, I
You're
don't
all
use
sort of
my name.
looking at me like they're all being expectant. What's wrong with my name?
No,
Stop
well,
that.
No, it's just it's
That
apparently...
you don't give your name to Fae.
Well, no, okay, that's my fault. I didn't realize it was your real name. I apologize. That's interesting. I didn't realize people of this reality use
But-
their actual name. How
Looks to the
obscene.
hag.
Makes me feel like
Look,
On about.
He did not give his name willingly. So
We
you
did
can't
not
have it.
know.
So I'm not in the right mind. I'm technically insane on all accounts. So in a legal court, try holding that up.
Again, these Fae are not common where I come from. Why is everyone... whatever.
When they speak, when your name is, when you speak your own name to a Fae, you basically give. They've got this whole deal with names. I don't understand it. I don't really understand names in the normal standing. Apparently, it's got power words over you. We gifts. We just call each other, "Hey, you." But no, its names are apparently a big thing.
Yeah, names are important in the Feywild.
Names have power, and knowing a name gives you power over that person.
Granny, no one already took my name, so you can't have that.
Yes.
Yet again, it's Granny No One you keep mentioning.
Better hag than you.
Oh, so she is a hag. All right, so we got that.
I mean, that's what you all keep saying, so I'm gonna go with that.
She reads hag-like when you describe her, right? Other hag-like creature. She reads kind of hag-like when she describes the character. Like,
Yet again, maybe she's using a different alias
oh, very
here than she is there.
perhaps.
It would make
Again,
sense.
Speaking
Granny,
of,
no one's stronger than you any day.
since we're conversing, and by the sounds of it, we're gonna probably be conversing a lot with you. Do you have a moniker that we can call you by beyond just "Hey, Portal Hag," "Whole Hag," "Whole Lady"?
Well, to
Fish
yet
hag.
again
Stop saying whole.
Whole.
go with the idea of not
Fish lady!
giving away real
No.
names.
Sorry.
Go with the.
That was so
That was a
instinctual.
visceral reaction.
That was a
That was
visual.
instinctual. I'm sorry.
Just no. Sorry. Can
You make
go
to
on.
go along with the idea of not giving away true names. You may call me Briny.
Damn it! I was going to call
Which
you
will go.
Hagatha.
Well, I figured may as well go along with the whole sea theme.
Okay, we'll call you Briny. We'll call you Briny Bailey. Briny Bailey. All right. That sounds like a hag name.
Very well, Bryony. Shall we get to the part where we understand what each party wants here?
Yes.
I still think
I'm
it's
not
fish
going to
lady.
lie, I'm not awfully comfortable in this situation anymore. Someone can keep their tongue from wagging, it seems. And
Well,
quite
what-
frankly, I'm getting very tired holding this combat stance, because I'm not sure what you want.
Very well, but
And I'm pretty sure that the Marquis here could talk for hours if I allowed him.
Very much good. He does have to stop me.
first things first. given the sizable group you've got here, I'm assuming that there was some.
Oops.
Well, you were expecting a bigger fight than what you got. So
They're
I'm assuming
expecting
you
some
were here,
shifting creature coming through a portal.
the beast.
We had no idea about the threat. We were informed by, well, we'll call it an affiliate, that
more
there
weird.
was a Fey invasion incoming, and so the town was mustered. That's how things go, it seems, around here.
The racist town.
Shut up.
Oh,
Not wrong, but shut up.
really now?
Fuck you!
From a social standpoint,
Please don't.
it's better to
I don't think our anatomy is very well inclined for that.
Alright, I don't.
That's gross.
Okay.
You
alright,
said it!
Okay.
Crashing swiftly on.
Yes, moving swiftly on from the fact that the Sable and the Gecko might.
No,
actually
stop!
have-
Don't
No.
say it again.
Fuck off!
So,
You do say
lovely,
fuck a lot, though.
delightful Bryony. Well, of course she does. She's Cockney.
What's
That's-
Cockney?
I don't know. Anywho, lovely brownie lady. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. We are a group. We were expecting a little bit more of a fight, although a fight from one singular entity. We did get a little bit of, as my gecko friend put it. No offense in calling you gecko. I just couldn't think of another moniker in this, since apparently your name has power over you, which you should really fix that. We were warned. I don't know. I was coming back from something, definitely something. Things happened. Boom, portal opened. Which, by the way, might want to fix this. It's a rip in time. Don't let the Rock of Brawl know about this. That's illegal. That is very much illegal.
I'll be repairing it when we're done with our talks.
Good, good. The last thing you want is a bunch of gifts at your door. Trust me, I've had it. But on that note, though, yes. So, anything that you already know about the Beast of the Feywild? I'm just gonna call him the Beast. It's a long name.
Well, from what I've gathered of it at the moment, I don't believe its origins are fully Feywild.
No, I believe it's actually, as far as we know, what we know about it, is that it originates within the entity, Dominator? It's one of his.
Actually, from what I've gathered, it's more from this realm. Your realm that you're currently in right now.
Oh, well, it's not my realm, but I am in it.
You don't know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. I'm just semantics. But yes, that is interesting. Have you seen it?
I've caught glimpses once or twice.
Ever shifting?
And I have
changing,
gathered.
imagine?
Indeed, although in that there is always certain parts it likes to go back to. Certain fur colors and patterns. I believe whatever creature this thing used to be may have been some kind of sentient creature adorned in fur. I know that doesn't really narrow it down too much, but
Even if it didn't narrow it down,
kind of
many of
looks
us are
down at
not
itself.
natives.
Misskiff just looks at herself.
Well,
I think we're
Essentially,
looking for something larger.
oh yeah, no, something definitely larger. If it was something your size, sized up to its size, there would be gaps in the fur.
How much larger?
What the-
Like me and my draconic friend size, or
More
I suspect
like,
as a city-destroying entity, we are talking something more gargantuan, Marquis.
you'd be surprised. Planetars are actually shorter than me, and they can wipe out an entire planet.
Yes, but planetars are
Oh.
angelic in nature. They kind of get a free pass.
That is
It's
true.
more along the size of. Well, its size currently at the moment is somewhere closer to what your size is.
Oh,
But going
incredible.
off of what its original size may have been, something more akin to your gooey friend there.
I see.
Plasmoid.
Or perhaps, well, size-wise I'm talking about,
Yes,
not,
height-wise, not species
yeah.
or physiology.
Or perhaps, actually, more like that one's. And she will point as your missing party member that I've been just having in the back burner for a bit. Miasma will walk behind you.
Who's that again? Sorry, it's been a while.
Inferno's
Inferno.
character.
It's a Tabaxi necromancer.
Ah, fair. Right. Well,
Fair
this
as
is all
well.
good speculation, but you quite clearly want something, and we quite clearly can benefit from the information you have to provide.
And you can benefit
What is
from
it?
the information that we provide as well.
Indeed.
Perhaps there is some sort of actual mutual agreement we can come to, rather than simply facing off on other sides of a portal
That doesn't-
You shouldn't
uncomfortably.
really make a deal with a hag.
I don't think
Apparently, I'm not to make a deal with you. You don't exist where I come from, as far as I'm aware, so.
I would
Eh.
I would like to
Let's
state
put-
I
let-
don't think this is so much a deal as an agreement of diplomatic terms. By the feeling of it, you want this thing gone as much as we do.
I want to find out the origins of this. Find out what I can about it.
Why?
And if need, I want to put it out of its misery, but not in a way of death.
So it's in pain?
Mm,
There is a lot of anger in this thing's soul.
Anger is different than pain, though.
Anger and pain can be one and the same, both feed off of each other.
So what you this brings an interesting thing. Might I put forth an idea, suggestion? Is it possible that this creature has a choice in what it's doing?
mm.
Has it been manipulated through events? If it's from our plane,
That-
how did it gain this power? Sorry, you're trying to talk and I keep posing ideas.
That I'm unsure of, but given that it travels through the Fey realm, definitely been Fey touched.
Yes, and it's doing so without a gate, which is troublesome all the more. Last thing you want is convergence.
It's making a gate.
Kind of.
Which
It's plane traveling, which is nasty business.
requires a lot of strength and a lot of magical will. And she will look to you, Misskiff, with this. Something that perhaps your granny will know something of.
I can give you a better description if you want. Or try to. See if you can find her. I know she went
Very
back
well.
there. Well, she's really tall. With long limbs. She's got like blackened skin and stringy dark hair.
Any distinguishable features?
Ah, um,
Markings, scars?
well, she was over 8 foot tall. Sharpie teeth, pointy finger talons. Oh, and she had like white eyes, like
Yeah, I
she
got you.
was blind, but she wasn't. And then I think she had tattoos, but I don't know if they were tattoos. They just kind of shifted along her skin.
Yeah,
A
again,
lot.
for the most part, she just kind of stood there with the facial expression of, this could explain literally 95% of all hags. Until you do mention the tattoo one, which you will make a note of. See, now that is the kind of information I'm requiring. Stuff that isn't
Mm.
just describing hags in general. Although by the sounds of it, she is definitely not a sea hag. Therefore,
No.
it's going to be a lot more inland. I'm going to have to
She's not
observe.
fishy smelling.
You keep
She
on going
smelled.
back to this. I don't smell it myself.
I have a really sensitive nose. Okay.
It's alright, all things considered, I'm a hippo. I rather like that scent. It smells of food.
I've never been with any group that has insulted the
But-
negotiators as much as you all do.
She smells like earth and like dirt, earthy things, plants, old things. She smells like. She like to live like in underground places.
I'll see what information I can get from this. Oh, and a gesture of goodwill, I suppose.
She really likes making people scared.
She's going to pick up the now punctured barrel and just place it on the other side of the portal. Since someone decided to try and leave this here, you can take it back.
She really likes to make people scared. Like really likes it.
He again describes at least 75%.
I mean, that one describes me a little bit.
I'm
And
trying
as she
to.
is placing the barrel on the other end of the portal, you do see a lot of the guards just kind of prepare their weapons.
I mean, she is really strong though.
She'll just look to the guards, place the barrel down, and just raise her hands up, being like, just placing it, that's all. Rather me go and place it over there, then Swan reach in and place it on that
Oh.
side.
Well, sorry.
Like I'm just trying to describe her. She was never very forthcoming, but she did keep me in a cage, and she took my name and she took a token. So
Wait. I'm sensing something on this side of the portal.
hmm?
I'm sensing a couple of things, to be fair.
Oh, good lord, I've never seen any negotiations go round in circles. Not even at a table.
What you
It's,
sensing?
I'm from the Fey realm. You used to things going in spirals and loops. I'm sensing a couple of Fey-touched things. First things first, the bigger reading of the two. And she'll raise like a gnarled finger towards Miasma. That one is Fey-touched. Although that may be a bit more obvious due to the inane grin plastered on the face. The Curse of the Cheshire, I believe, is called. The other one lies in that one's bag. And she'll point to you, Unusor.
Hmm.
Yet again, you're still feeling that illithid head slightly wriggling in the bag.
Yeah, it's taking all my self-control not to squish it.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
That one feels a lot fresher, however. Perhaps the spirit of the Fey realm managed to escape as the portal was being ripped open. Just giving you a heads up, just in case whatever's in there starts whispering or planning or trying to steal anything.
Did you just make a pun about the severed head?
If I did, I didn't mean it. At first, I thought your other friend may have been Fey-touched as well, given the proximity between you and her snake-like appearance down below, but no, it's coming from the bag. She is more or less natural to this realm. Still not sure how that works, but I'm not
I-
going to question it.
I'd shake the head as these things
I
do
mean-
not well in the Feywild, usually.
Granny, no
They
one used to
don't.
call me an aberration.
I mean, actually, they can dwell pretty much anywhere as they choose. They're astral travelers like I am. So they
This
probably
is
wouldn't...
true, but they tend to stick to the astral, if I am not mistaken.
Ah, yes, but
Well-
like the Fae that we've encountered, they do like to invade these. Giff, they kind of, the Geth kind of like to go out of place and attack. They're big on the whole racial superiority complex that they have and like to try to adapt other species into their society. Nasty fuckers.
It
Well,
said,
Granny-
perhaps it is not the head, or what I believe you called it a head. Perhaps it is not it returning back to life, and perhaps it is just something using it as a vessel.
I would look at the bag in alarm. There is a parasite in the parasite.
Actually, there's a parasite in the parasite in the parasite. Because there's two parasites in one when it comes to Geth.
I would throw the bag at the hippo. Just like, here.
Ha ha! Ooh.
But
You
Granny,
do
no
feel
one.
it wriggling around a bit.
Marquis is just gonna
Uh,
take it out.
They should take it out.
Granny-
The elephant will look to you with milky eyes.
Hello!
And you'll hear it struggling to commune, as if it is trying to talk with new mouthpieces and lips it is not used to.
Oh yes, you did choose probably the worst. Try doing it psionically. They don't speak verbally. Geth.
Do not let that thing in your head.
I mean, there's far worse things in my head than this thing.
Are you opening up your mind to let it commune?
The Marquis, his mind is he's a Giff. His mind is always open up for communing. Like it's just he's an astral traveler.
So, as it does connect, instead of getting any verbal words, you are flooded with several concepts and colors.
All right. Slow down. Enunciate the color red, please. Enunciate the color red. Thank you.
It enunciates the color pink with yellow blobs.
Alrighty. I understand none
Hate
of
that you
this.
just made a hate that you just made a blobby reference. Fuck off.
I didn't even fucking catch that.
And as an American, I didn't understand that reference either. So,
Oh, I have wonderful things to share.
oh, I know what blobby
Oh,
is. I've
no.
known what blobby is for a long
Oh,
time.
Just quickly above the game, I still love the fact that he quite literally, I won't say he broke onto, but he quite literally was on Britain's Got Talent over the weekend, just as himself. But after a bit, a voice will crackle and come through. Are you reading me now?
Yes. Hi.
Good. Keep quiet
We've
what I'm
already sent you
about to
that.
say between just us.
I
If
can
you
do
would.
that. I'm great at keeping secrets.
And yet you just enunciated fully verbally that I was going to give you a secret.
I'm also absolutely fucking insane. So as far as they're aware, I'm talking to a fucking head.
Great. Of course I'm paired with this one.
I could have given you to my other friend, but she's kind of incoherent right now. Although it'd be worse for you than it would for her.
I'm not quite sure which one you are talking about here? The small, fluffy one, maybe?
No, the psionic one.
I am getting a bit of reading from over there, but strange.
Oh, that might actually be Royce. Could be Royce. Anywho, hello. What is it that in this? He's in his head at this point. What is it that you were going to tell me, my friend? I'd offer you tea, but we're inside of each other's heads right now. So
I may have information on this beast.
information is always good.
I once traveled with them back when they were
No.
mortal. I am not of the Fey realm myself, you see. More merely a spirit trapped within there that has found a release of freedom.
Okay.
Freedom that I am now stuck with in this very limited vessel.
Yes, I'll get Cog to work on that whenever she's in her right mind. She's a master at designing vessels.
I see. There were other travelers with us as well. We were trapped in the Fey realm after going on a mission. We were betrayed by hags. One of our number was given a deal, which they took without even realizing the consequences. They asked for freedom. They were given it and returned to this realm chain. The rest of us were kept behind. Playthings for the hags. Can't say what happened beyond that, but as a spirit I have observed the beast, and I recognize the fur. I recognize the patterns. They were one of the three left behind. Me, them, and someone else who became food for the hags.
I see. That explains the hate, the anger, the pain.
When you're a plaything for the hags, there is going to be a lot of pain and anger, but I feel its anger isn't fully towards the hags themselves. They're searching for someone.
Who?
The one who took the deal.
Describe them.
My memory is hazy at the moment.
Anything you can remember?
They were the same species as the others were.
What species were you? You mentioned Neonian, Tabaxi, Bugbear,
That
Tabaxi? Yes, but you also mentioned that they were transformed. Do you know what into?
to whatever the hags willed, until it became unable to control it, shifting back and forth to and from, trying to return to its original form, but unable to keep hold.
The one that escaped and made the deal, or the one that is the beast of the Feywilds, as briny friend made aware of its name? I prefer
The one that escaped made the deal.
the one that escaped made the deal, but you mentioned that you said that they were transformed. What were they transformed into?
That I'm not sure of.
Delightful.
Memories start to slip after death.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna put you back inside the bag now. I thank you for your assistance. I'll get Cog working on a new body, or maybe like, I don't know, I think it'd be interesting to maybe give you like crab legs or something. I don't know. I'll let Cog come up with that. That way you're a little bit more comfortable than just a head in a bag.
Turns out, Cog makes it a Mordok-esque body.
Jono, do it. You know she will. Give her the chance of having a fucking pet.
Oh, you know, she's already sent me plans for the Intelligence Devourer.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, at this point, Marquis will put the head back in the bag. Alrighty, well, our friend knew absolutely diddly fucking squat. They were more so talking about their life than they were the actual creature.
Their lives are no secrets.
So you were talking about like what everyone is, and then I was trying to say, Granny No One used to call me an abomination all the time, or an aberration, something
Oh,
like that.
my dear child, I've seen abominations. You're no abomination.
Aberration.
Now, that's a different thing entirely.
Yeah.
You said
She
abomination
says,
originally.
well, I said abomination, maybe aberration, something like that.
Aberration makes more sense compared to abomination.
Wait,
The
you're
two are
an,
not
You don't,
mutually exclusive.
wait, you're an
you don't appear,
aberration?
That's
you
what
don't
she used
appear
to
to be,
call me a lot.
Oh,
you don't
muzzle
appear to
top.
be.
Sorry, Hag, I apologize. I keep... Go on, go on.
You don't
Go
appear
on.
to be flower.
I can feel like
I know there's no. Yeah.
Let her speak, damn it!
It was quite literally one of those moments of just the slow stir into a corner of the room. I think this is the direction of America.
The first couple times was DC, and then the last time was me just being an ass. I'm sorry.
But, yeah,
You
she
don't
used to.
appear. Jesus fucking.
The
Let's be
DC
my.
has to be fucking mad today or something with how much we're just fucking you.
Leigh, just speak. Speak.
She just looks at you like, definitely more aberration than abomination. You don't appear to be touched by the flower.
Flower?
Indeed. Crimson bloom.
Mm,
What the absolute shit am I looking at?
Good question.
It's because my mum and dad have the Eurovision on in the background.
well, she said
And
that I have.
Moldova's currently on, and yeah, it showed like the singers, and it cut away to a short person with an odd owl mask just playing a pan flute in between all the crowd. While rave lights went on around it, I was like, what am I looking at?
That sounds like Moldova.
Yeah,
She said that I had aberrant blood.
aberrant. Well, you said you, you said that you were changed yourself, no?
I never said that, but yes.
Well, I can infer from certain hints and clues dropped. That's
I don't
let's face
recall
it.
really saying anything about myself to you, but sure.
Well, you did. You said that you knew a Granny No One, a hag.
That's all I knew.
That in itself should really explain it without going any further.
Read your mind.
Maybe an insight check, there, Misskiff.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was not the DM accidentally creating a plot hole.
Yes, but it's a plot hole I can quickly smooth over with explanations. You feel like she may have been trying to do a bit of a pull. They're being like, oh yes, I'll go see this, and then see the reaction to see if I was correct or not. Given your reaction, she just got a little bit of a smirk. You're like, yeah, that sounds hag-like. Maybe you are telling the truth about knowing one.
Granny, I was cursed. Granny, no one picked me up. Kept me in a cage for a year before she realized I could talk. And then she started teaching me magic.
Do you remember what you were before? Because
A bit.
unless your curse is the curse of speech, I believe there is more to it.
No, I was different before. I was taller. I
It should
had
be. So it's at this point when Sanna, you've been awake all this time anyway. Like as soon as you were given the HP, and it's at this point while Misskiff is describing this that you remember that one incident in the tavern where you woke up in the night and found Misskiff much taller.
I was taller. I didn't have fur back then. I had a different name. I was just person, I guess. I don't remember properly. I think I was a tiefling. I don't know though.
See, with these kind of spells, usually there's a bit of a give and a take, if that is understood. Do you mind me checking? That's why I won't cross into your realm, nor will I pull you into this one. More, you stay on that side of the border, right in front of the portal. I will stay on mine, and then I can check.
How would you check?
I can detect the signs without touching.
I mean, I know it was a curse.
And as a hag, I can read curses.
This kind of looks to the others.
What do you guys think?
If you don't trust me, that's understandable. You can always have one of the bigger or stronger ones accompany you as well. That way, if I do attempt anything, you've got someone there to fight back.
I'm asking what the others think.
It is all too convenient.
So I was zoned out and was thinking about tea. What's going on? You're gonna... yes, I agree with Uno.
To be honest, even with my limited knowledge of these Fae, it does have to be said that it's going to be a little hard to trust their intentions. However, I believe if this creature had meant us harm, we'd be fighting it already. Make of that as you will.
I
Plus
also
the
agree with that one as well.
But it could be attempting to lull us into a false sense of security.
At the end of the day, in the politest terms, it would only be able to lull one of us into a sense of security. Still have an entire party to deal with.
That's very Machiavellian, but also a fair point.
That said, if you do want someone to accompany you so that you've got some protection, if it makes you feel any safer, then feel free.
This kind of like looks at the others is like,
One of you come? I don't know where we're going actually. Where are we going?
Just to stand in front of the portal.
I will come.
Alright.
Now remember, Unusor, don't be hurted if it hurts her, please.
No
Plus,
promises.
that one still needs to collect their barrel.
Yes, I would very much like that back.
I mean, it is right in front of the portal. I've just placed it there.
Alright.
So Unusor, and Misskiff will approach the portal. And as you do so, she will kneel down to get to a better height compared to Misskiff than just towering over her. And while remaining fully on her side of the portal, you hear all the guards sneeze. While fully on her side of the portal, you will feel a bit of a tingle through your body as she begins
Ugh.
to essentially read the curse placed upon you.
Misskiff's fur just standing on end, like.
You weren't kidding when you said she is stronger. This isn't just a transmogrification curse or a curse of the wild. This is a body switch.
A body switch.
Indeed.
I do not like those.
There must have been some poor Sable out there, minding its own business, when one day it must have just woken up as whatever you were.
That's very disconcerting that there's something walking around out there with my body.
With the mind of a Sable still, indeed.
If it's still alive.
Oh dear.
But the bigger issue is I can't detect where it is. And there's a good reason for that.
Mm,
It's not on the planet. Or your planet. It's in a different
oh,
realm.
great.
And I can
Lovely.
tell you right now, it's not your realm. And it's not the Fey realm.
What realm is it?
I don't know, it's too far away. I'm not
Mm.
a traveler of the spaces.
Hypothetically, how would I get my body back?
Break the spell?
And
To
how
do
would
that, you
one...
would either need your Granny No One to break the curse herself.
She said she couldn't.
What if she lied?
She could have, but she never really felt the need to, I guess.
Maybe it's also because, in the case of a remove curse spell, well, you would need both you and them, the one with your body, have it cast at the same time.
Well,
After all, it is a shared curse.
from what I understand from Granny told me was that the curse was not intended for me, but for someone else originally, and I just accidentally got it because it was on a cake and I stole it.
Then perhaps it wasn't the granny that put the spell curse on you.
You are you
Oh,
are
no,
a Sable
Granny.
because you ate a cake.
Yeah, I was really hungry, and this lady was walking down the street, and she put down her cart, and there was just a cake sat on it, and I took it because I thought it looked really nice. And then in the morning, I woke up and I was like this.
Incredible.
And Granny said she was the one who made the curse and put it on the cake for that lady. But
While she's doing these readings, she'll just glance to you and Asor. And you'll just hear her voice in your head. Don't be alarmed. While reading these form changes, I detected something similar here. But I didn't know if the rest knew it. So I will leave that to you. But it is interesting that this has happened at least twice with your party.
Look, all I remember from before I changed was that I was alone and it was always cold. I was always hungry.
Like an orphan.
Yeah, I don't remember having anyone.
Sounds like
That's
whoever
why I
put
stole the
this.
cake.
Are you sure then that this wasn't meant for you?
No. She said the lady bought it for made the trade for it for some nobleman.
Although I suppose if it was meant for you, they would have more intently put you in the body of, say, a street rat.
Hmm.
Something a bit more
Well,
with irony. You know how us hags are, we do love our irony so.
yeah. But like I said, she, Granny said that she'd made the trade for it to give it to some nobleman banker type. A weasel.
That would make more sense, yes.
But then I got it instead. So, because I stole it.
I'll tell you what. I can do something for you all as a sign of goodwill. So you know
Mm.
that this isn't just me trying to get whatever information I can squeeze out of you and leave you high and dry. And believe me,
Saying
as a
that
sea
out
hag,
loud.
there is some. Believe me, as a sea hag, there's nothing more I hate worse than dry.
Just a thing. Misskiff has kind of been mostly holding her nose that most of this conversation.
I would prestidigitate it away, but it would only return in a second.
It's just your natural scent, I think.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with it. It's all natural.
It's extremely fishy.
Ew, the herring.
Ugh.
It is the herring rouge.
Oh, stop that.
She will reach into her tattered robes, pull out a few components, and start to weave magic in front of you.
As magic starts being used, Misskiff is watching very intently.
And in the middle of it seems to be a small seashell. After the magic is absorbed, she will gently place it on the ground on the other side of the portal. There, just so people aren't going to think I'm going to snatch you as I hold it in my hand, offering it to you.
What is it?
Give it as a kind of a alarm or a detector. Something that'll start to signal when you're getting close to the one you're linked with.
Oh god.
That way, if you're going to be traveling realms, which, given your Giff friend there is penchant for traveling, as he said, is going to be more than likely. Am I correct or am I not with that?
What?
That you're going to be traveling realms.
Oh, probably. Most likely. I
And
don't
take-
like staying in one reality for too long. Things get boring fast.
And taking these ones with you.
Oh, that's up to them. I'm not a slaver. I don't force people to go anywhere.
In that case, if you're
Mm.
traveling through realms with them, who
Don't
knows,
mind
you may get to a realm that has it.
Don't mind me. I'm just having a Raka Braille Coke.
Well, kind of cautiously
Well, that's
picks up
gross.
seashell.
Yep. As you pick it up, it's a bit cold to the touch, I'd say. And
Shares your fishy smell.
I was about to say, it does like have a scent of the sea of it. Well, it's going to. It's been in my pocket for a while now, and it came fresh from the sea itself. Of course, it's going to have a bit of a scent.
Yeah. Look, it's no offense to you. It's just I have a very sensitive nose, and
So you keep
like
saying, but I don't hear complaints from the others.
And I am a hippo, so it's not that strange of a sin to me.
my friend Sables can smell carrion under 2 miles into the snow. Most mustelids can. We have very strong noses.
I
I'm
haven't been
assuming
saying anything because I'm holding my breath.
I'm assuming that you've picked up these facts.
Because he's a lizard and he smells with his fucking tongue?
Oh!
I'm glad someone fucking copped on.
That's
This is the
fucking
same goddamn energy
genius!
that Kun had in our game.
Oh my
I
god!
wondered why Unusor didn't reply when she spoke into his head.
Yeah, it's just not. I've been holding my breath, breathing through my nose.
That's fucking.
I mean, I have no idea if
genius.
that works for Dragonborn or not, but I'm fucking rolling with it.
You know what? Fuck it, it does.
Yeah.
They've got fort
By the
cards
way,
too.
that's my information shared, and I believe our little discussion done. This most likely won't be the last time we see each other. But let us hope next time we do so, it's with less weapons pointed towards me.
Uh-huh. Well, it's been nice meeting you, fish lady.
Stop calling her fish lady.
Never.
Oh, I hate you so much.
This is revenge.
That's fair.
This is revenge, and yet I'm the DM for this. Why am I the one being punished with this?
No, I'm not punishing you, I'm punishing David.
Use that for the Saturday games.
No,
the
I had
Sunday
to
games.
listen. I had to listen to like him and Zach go, "Hello, fish lady," for 2 seasons of fucking How to
Oh
Train Your Dragons.
Yeah, around 3, almost 4 years in total.
That's what's gonna friggin' happen next time we bring this character back, isn't it? Just the portal opens up, she's there, it's like, hello, fish lady. So she will back away from the portal and begin to weave her magic as the portal closes.
Just kind of climbs up onto Unusor's head.
Looks around at the rest of the people who came to fight the Fae.
A lot of them are like muttering, being like,
BRB.
oh, yeah, we got to fight, but it would have been nice to take down a hag as well at the same time.
If they had fought the hag, they would be dead.
The large bugbear that was there, just that you talked to before, Au-Zuk, just kind of huffs and then looks to you. Well, you did some good fighting there. Retreated back a bit, but it's understandable. You can't really carry on fighting if you're dead. Remember, it's not cold retreating, it's called a tactical withdrawal.
Yes.
Still, I was hoping for something a bit bigger.
Honestly, the creatures that we fought were incredibly evasive. Their lack of size is what made them deadly. I wouldn't look over how difficult they were to defeat, even as a large group.
Oh, those things were annoying as fuck.
Sorry, what are we talking about again? I apologize. These conversations keep switching and I'm trying to have a nice cup of tea.
Where did you get the...
Don't ask where I
Don't
get
question
shit.
it.
I'm trying to have a nice cup of tea while also having this call.
You do see you do see that the Marquis has just a teacup. The cola's done. He's a hippo. The cola's is easily done. He's got a teacup, but you also see Minicog pop out of the top of the hat as like the top of the hat opens, and like Minicog's got like a little cup of tea too. Minicog being the pale white mouse that lives inside of his hat.
Oh, God. I don't know if it's because I've just caught on to this or not right now. You're a friggin' Mad Hatter.
Kind of, yeah. I guess I am.
Does that make Misskiff the Marcher?
Yes,
No.
but
Stop letting Dion play March Hairs.
I don't need another insane hair as a character.
yes. Oh, by the way, while we're all set, we don't have to worry about Sanna dying, do we? Are you okay?
I don't know, am I conscious yet?
Oh yeah, no,
He's
you were
been
conscious
the
throughout a lot
entire
of that.
time.
Yeah, Unusor correctly should give you HP.
Yes.
Didn't
Yeah,
lay on hands.
I
The
know,
Great
but I
Mother
didn't,
restored her vitality.
I didn't know if I was conscious at that point as well.
Oh yeah, you would have come to, but it would have been like probably a lot of aches and pains. So lying on the floor throughout most of that makes sense. Still just like a, ow, ow.
You just see one thumb going up. I'm fine.
Good, wonderful. I got a little bit worried about you there for a moment, but I never doubted you surviving an instant. Nope, never at all. Anybody want some tiny
Bullshit.
sandwiches?
Where did you? I just said don't question it. I'm not going
A
to
lot of the
question it.
crowd at this point will start to disperse and go their own ways in the cell. One of them you will see distinctively just walk over to one of the Nilbog corpses, just snatch its hat and walk off with it.
Going back to the
Does
pub.
Does anyone have any like leather cord or something?
Have any what?
Leather cord.
Never.
I want to
Rope.
make. I want to put this seashell on a cord, so I could just wear it instead of carrying it.
Oh! I see now. Now that the Marquis is gonna walk over, and he's just gonna take out a small little string and hand it to her.
And try and tie it the best I can with no thumbs.
Oh yes, I probably should
I mean,
have been the one to do that for you.
You've got your little mage hand thing.
I do, but it's like the size of a human hand,
Yeah, hold on.
and it's only one. It's like trying to tie a string one-handed.
I mean, yes, but considering that the mage hand is probably smaller than the Marquis's hands.
Yes, that is true. Both of Marquise's hands are about twice the size of a human's face.
But then I have to use a level 1 spell to cast it.
I keep forgetting that you're not Arcane Trickster.
I'm not. I don't get to
yeah.
just passively have it. I have to actually use a spell slot for it, which just completely discourages me from using it, to be honest.
Misskiff, if you want, I could ask Cog to give you opposable thumbs.
What?
Like well, it'd be like a bracelet or something like that. I mean, if you really want them biologically attached, sure, but sometimes you just gotta take your thumbs off, you know?
Please don't mutilate our comrades.
No, not mutilating. I'm just suggesting that I have Cog make her like a little mechanical opposable thumbs that she can attach and use at will.
Okay. So, I don't know if any of you have seen it before. There's like a board game out there where you strap down your normal thumb and it's got a big plastic thumb that you kind of strap to your hand instead. I'm just imagining it like that kind of thing. It's just like a fake thumb you just strap to the hand.
Who the fuck thinks of something like that?
Yes.
I don't know. I remember seeing it on a
I
game.
mean,
probably-
who thinks of something like exploding kittens?
That's true. That is true. The board game community is weird as fuck, man. It's weird as fuck.
Bucket of Doom!
Bucket of Doom, yeah. But
I'm still annoyed that I didn't get through the card game for Monster Camp.
Yeah, that's still not arrived, has it?
No.
No, I think they were waiting until the thingy was done for Monster Road Trip, and then they were going to work on it.
Yeah.
But yes.
It's like,
We
It's-
could always try it, I guess, but like that would be so strange. But yeah,
Wouldn't-
no, I don't have.
I mean,
thumbs.
didn't you have opposable thumbs before this?
Yeah,
Yeah, so why would it be strange? If anything, this should
because
be a little
like,
bit more stranger to you than the opposable thumbs.
well, I've had this. I've been like this for um. I've been a Sable for like 9 years at this point, so kind of used to it, I guess.
9?
Yeah,
You already got used to it in just 9 years.
yeah.
Oh, you must have been
I
quite
had
ready
to.
to be a Sable.
No, not really.
But you got used to it in just 9 years. Like, that is a short amount of time.
Not that short amount of time, really.
Is it not? How long do Sables live? Or whatever you were before you
Normal
were a Sable.
Sables, 10 years.
Ah! Yes, I see. Oh, that makes you...
Well, normal Sables, but I'm a magically enchanted Sable, so
So how long
I
So
do
don't
you
know.
will maybe not die.
I don't know.
That seems like something you probably want to find out.
Normal Sables live for 10 years.
Why are
Magically
material
inclined Sables live for
creatures
6.
so fragile? Like, you die so simply to the weirdest of things. Like, and you age
I'm from.
so fast. It's weird.
I don't know whether I'm going to just keep aging like I normally would before I would have, or if my time is running out very quickly.
Well, either way, you know what? Live life to the fullest, my dear. Carp of the Diem.
Wasn't it Carpe Diem?
Sorry, you
I
said
think he's
what? You said
purposefully
what about my
misquoting.
mother?
Huh.
It's okay, I don't have a mother.
I don't either.
Hey, look at that, orphans for life. On that note, though, what are we doing?
I don't know. Au-Zuk's already left for the bar.
Yes, I noticed that. Gecko. Oh, I don't have to call him Gecko anymore. I probably shouldn't. You know what? Let's go to the tavern. Let's come up with an idea. Let's take a nap. And... Actually, that's really it. I thought there'd be more to this plan.
Elza.
I'm not like...
Hey! Just say my name and just
Yeah, I
shoot.
was, but at the same time, then Dion was also trying to say something like, "Oh, I don't know if I just got off a scene."
I was just like, I still don't like this town. They're very racist. Don't like how they treat people.
Yes, well...
That's pretty much what
We only have to put up for it for another night, I think, and then we can get right back on Loretta.
Hope so.
So, Elza,
Me.
if you left the party behind to head back to the tavern, a bit of a crowd seems to be gathered on the outside.
Oh, very well. Let's go have a look.
Yep. And as you go and have a look, seems the guards are questioning people.
Au-Zuk will listen in to determine if he knows a single fucking thing about what they're after.
As you listen in, you hear discussions about an incident that has happened while this fight was going on. That apparently someone just kind of went mad and ended up killing someone in the bar before
Oh.
being found themselves. The person that they're kind of grilling an interview at the moment, you would recognize to be the orc bartender.
Yep.
Who's just sat there being like, yeah, no, when they went for a fight, we had someone come in, they were an outsider to the town. Can't really say what they looked like. They had their hood up, kept to themselves. And yeah, the weird boy started spouting off something. Started having visions from outside the realms. Various different things, planets being eaten, great devourer of matter, all this kind of stuff. Kept switching between different ones. Mentioned something about the mind flayers and such and their travels. And then they were mentioning bright lights and sounds. But before they could carry on further with that, the stranger just came up and stuck a dagger in the brain. Just kind of scrambled it around. Of course, by that point, I was up over the other end of the bar and had the freak in my hands. But rather than, explaining themselves or begging for their lives, they just laughed. Like a really sinister laugh. So I broke the nose. And then I broke their neck.
Au-Zuk, after listening in for a short amount of time, determines that there's not exactly a lot he can do here.
At this point,
Bows his head slightly for our smart boy too, and
at this point, 2 bodies are brought out. There is indeed Weird Boy, whose cranial matter is now gone from his head. He's now just like a hollow skull. And then the second body is brought out.
Yep.
Seems to be a bit of a cloth covering them, but make me an insight.
An insigate. I
Yes.
can do an insigate. I'm pretty good at that insigate today.
As you
Because
look
it's
at the
not firing a
cloth,
fucking shotgun! Anyway,
as you look at the cloth covering the body, you do see where the blood would be, of course, from the nose break. But on top of that, there seems to be other colours seeping into the fabric. Whites, greens, purples, paint-like.
oh fuck off, Leigh.
Okay, bye-bye.
You can't put clowns in everything! I mean, you can, you're the DM, but you can't put clowns in everything!
Fuck you and your space clowns.
Fucking clowns! Do not bring them here! They're another plausible deniability for why I can't hit anything!
No, just the one. As it is led away, its corpse just kind of wrapped up. A couple of guards go up, be like, okay, we've checked over, we're not finding anything else. It seems like what she's saying is true for you. Get the all clear for everyone to head back in. And with this, the bartender will just shove past and all, being like, finally, I've got a fucking business to run. I've got rowdy people back from the battle wanting to get pissed.
As one of those rowdy people coming back from a battle wanting to get pissed, Au-Zuk is very happy with things returning to a general sense of normality.
Yep. And as she does head in, she just turns around to everyone else, be like, unless one of you is willing to Do a job for a night. Give me 5 minutes before I open it up for the rest of you.
What did she say? Sorry, a job for a knife or a job for the night?
Job for the night.
I'm gonna inside. If she's looking for cleaning stuff, I am fucked. If she's after actually giving me a quest, I mean,
And before you find out, she's just looking for someone to be her fuckboy for the night.
goblins have big. I mean, not a goblin, but kobolds have big snoots.
Most likely, yeah, she is looking for someone to clean up the mess that was left. Especially when a lot of them be like, oh, what do you mean? I got a mess in that corner with Weird Boy whilst that needs cleaning up. With blood happens here all the time, it's fine. It's not the blood that's the issue, it's the purified brain matter. And a lot of them be like, okay, 5 minutes, yeah, we can wait for 5 more minutes.
We got
Not really got much to add, really, so I'm gonna wait for them to clean before I head in.
It would be this time when the rest of you do catch up.
What's going on? Is it not open?
It seems that while we were fighting the Fae, something colourful and maniacal slew the orc in the corner of the room. The one that told us to head here in the first place.
That seems
Yeah.
rather inconvenient.
What orc?
It was an orc with somewhat of a nasty head wound that seemed to display some sort of psychic phenomena.
Ooh, that gives
Regardless, he is dead now, and so is his killer. So I'm simply waiting for the bar to open again.
Fuck off, Santa.
So, why is it still closed? She just went back in, right?
There's a lot of orc to clean off the floor, I would imagine.
So, what is
I can probably help with that.
kind of
Feel free to
hops
go in.
off and just walks in.
For someone who really doesn't like this bar, she was very quick to go in and help.
Well, she's probably going to eat it.
He hears the door open and just close again. Shows first round. I said 5 minutes unless you're willing to. Oh, it's the rodent.
Call me that again and I'll turn around and leave without helping you.
Just making sure it's the correct one and not another one. Are you willing to clean up brain matter?
Kind of looks around to where it is and just starts using prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation
Clean up the area.
cleans up the blood, but not the brain. I think. Let me check. I know there's a limit to prestidigitation, and I'm trying to remember if it is what I think it is.
Prestidigitation. Yeah, it's the part you left
Clean
out.
or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot, but you can do it as like a cubic foot by cubic foot by cubic foot.
Suppose it would clean the brain pretty well,
I just. What?
Oh my.
Before the power fades, essentially. And you get 2 visions.
Hmm.
You get the vision of a couple of people in a tavern in a far off realm, starting to plot and plan against what seems to be a large, kind of like a castled city, is the best way to put it, built into what seems to be a mountainside. The insignias you see on this small group do seem familiar, however, as you've seen this insignia before recently. The same insignia being worn by Unusor.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with this, I swear.
And then-
Outside, like built village thing built into a mountain with Tiamat worshippers. Understood.
Yep. And then your vision shifts once more to what seems to be a lot more of a rustic looking town. You know, like the thatched roofs, that kind of stuff. The black and whitish
Yeah.
buildings with a large castle looming over it. With the vision zooming into the castle through a window
Mm.
to a court
Court.
with a pale-skinned man with long silver hair sat on the throne, giving orders and watching over his fellow people, with a small retinue flanking him at all sides. A couple of lizard folk, another pale-skinned person, much like him, but female, and something that kind of shakes you a bit to your core. Something familiar you haven't seen in a while. On all fours, in a cage, with a collar around the neck, is a small tiefling girl. And then your vision snaps back to yourself as you find yourself kind of foot deep
Well,
in
that's the
brains.
thing. That's. It's been 9 years. Would that body have aged?
It has not. Much like your Sable form really hasn't that aged that much either.
That'd be awkward if Misskiff ever got her body back.
Who knows, maybe it's one of those cases where age catches up rapidly once places are back correctly.
Maybe Leigh
Reverse
just
Benjamin
really,
Button.
really, really wants to let you have another immortal child!
It's fine, you've got to deal with this one this time. I don't. I'm the DM. I just get to torture you with it.
Just get. Do I wake up?
Yep, you snap back too. Feet deep in brain.
All right, yeah. Squish, 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 squish.
You okay there? You kind of went somewhere. First time being ankle deep in brains?
No, just I think leftover psionic energy from this boy's head gave me a couple visions.
Yeah, that'll happen. Also, I'm more concerned at the fact that this isn't your first time being ankle deep in brains.
Granny No One had a very weird home.
Granny No One had a very weird idea of family night games. And after a bit, they are squished down, and you can prestidigitate them away.
And then prestidigitate my feet and
Yes.
fur to get the brain off me.
Seems you did your job well there. Would you want to be paid in a room, or a drink, or gold?
Wait till my friends come in and we can discuss it. I know they wanted to stay here for the night, so
That actually surprises me.
yeah, well. We don't really know any other taverns in the city.
That's because there aren't really any other taverns in the city. I made sure of
And
that.
then that's. Well, that would be the exact reason why we would have to stay here then, wouldn't it?
Didn't you land in a ship?
Yeah, but they said we'll go back tomorrow.
All right. Let them know that they can come in then.
Just kind of pass the door. Say, you can come in now. This is just broadcast generally to
Yep.
everyone.
Oh, you're doing it via like, oh yeah, psychic, yes. So as
Yeah,
you should
because
do
everything
that,
I do is psychic. So
here's my question. Do you take steps away from the door?
why?
Because you have just broadcast to a lot of people wanting to get drunk that the tavern
She'll
is
do
now
it.
open.
She'll do it from the window.
Yep. So from the safety of the window, you broadcast this, and the door slams open as everyone starts to try to squeeze past each other to get in. And then an extra door is made as the Marquis just walks through a wall.
Yes, wonderful.
I just,
So I just remembered
don't
that's
know-
going to be a thing.
Yes, that is the thing. I don't know why everybody just took the long way. Oh, hi, Misskiff.
Just kind of look.
hello.
Actual buffoon.
I just cleaned this.
Cleaned what?
The tavern.
Oh, yes, the floor looks wonderful.
I can't believe that he believes in floors but not walls or
Of
doors.
course I believe
Hold
in
on.
floors.
And-
Floors are an evidential substance, whereas walls and doors are but figments of the imagination, my friend.
Be thankful
soon
he
as-
believes that gravity affects us.
Once people are like,
At least in this reality, my boy. At least in this reality.
once he's clear of the wall, Misskiff just starts picking up all the broken pieces and trying to mend them back.
Oh, if you go off to
dear
start try to mend them stone by stone, after a bit you do start to see the rocks kind of gravitate and float up as they start to mend themselves together.
Oh, that's handy.
The
I can
bartender will
only
just call
climb
over
like
to you.
10
The bartender will just call over to you and be like, "You'd be surprised how often the wall breaks in here, or a table,
yeah,
or
I
a
mean, I can
chair.
only climb. I can only climb so much. So
It just saves on repairs if the whole building is just enchanted, you know."
Yeah.
So everyone's getting a drink on, ordering a drinks, ordering food, and the mood instantly just seems to pick up with a lot of chatter and banter. There's a few people who probably like just dedicate their drinks to Weird Boy because he seems to be quite popular here. A couple of people who are probably a bit more thinking of it along the lines of, "Oh shit, there goes our seer. We're going to need another one now."
just kind of goes over to find out.
Oh yeah, guys, that's the thing. I had visions.
Oh, dear Lord.
When I
You'll
stepped in
forgive
Weird
me,
Boy's
we've
brain.
had so many different psychic phenomena and visions today. It's getting a little
but-
exhausting.
Wait, but we
Yeah.
all have vision. Like, we all can see. Wait, are any of us blind?
No, but I meant like, when I stepped in Weird Boy's brains, I got psychic visions put into my head.
Very
I
well.
don't
Was
know
this...
if that's how psionics works, but
And I
that's
think
great.
we
I am
probably
not going
shouldn't
to
worry
question
too hard
I mean-
about it.
Why do you think Geth eat brains?
because of the source of wait, Geffy? What?
Yes, you not Gith. Oh, yeah, sorry, material. Why do you think mind flayers eat brains? In the astral plane, we call them Geth, Geth. Whereas Gith, Gith, are called Gith. It's a whole deal. Blame the Giths. It's their.
And
way
then there's
forward.
but you'll be interested in one.
Looks at Unesor.
I saw a big stone, like a big fortress sort of thing on a mountain, like built into the mountain, and there were people that wore symbols like yours.
Is my eyes just like they just expand? As in say what?
Yeah,
Other
it
than
was
that,
like
the expression's imperceptible if it's a good or a bad thing.
there were like, how many were there? There were a few, but they were like, it was a place built into a mountain, and then I saw people who were wearing your symbols.
It should be noted, Misskiff, just quickly.
Yeah.
This little tavern place that you were viewing with these Tiamat cultists in was not part of the city built into the mountain. It was
I thought it
somewhere in
was,
distance of being able to
um,
see it.
Oh no,
So-
sorry, that was my mistake. That was the second one. There was one
No,
built
no.
into a mountain there.
No, it's it's all part of the first vision. It's just that tavern was in viewing distance of that city. You could see it in the distance.
No, but
Hooray, the
she's.
call to
I was
Tiamat
playing.
is
I was.
invading the Coker City from season 1.
I was playing. I was playing off that she'd got them mixed up.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
No, sorry. You could see the city built into the mountain, but it was like a tavern place, and that's where that's where the people of your symbols were. It was the second vision when we were in the city, and there was like these two people who were in charge. They were pale. They had long pale hair. Oh, and they had my body.
They had your body.
Yeah, like
Just
the lady
something we're
was
gonna
saying.
casually drop here, huh?
Well, do you not remember what the sea hag was saying? That the curse was a body swap.
Of course, I heard that. It is very convenient that you have managed to work out what it is so quickly.
I don't
This
know.
seems
I
too
just saw it
grand
in the vision.
machination for me.
I don't know where it is, but like, she said it wasn't on this world anyway. But basically, there were two people who were in charge, and they have my body in a cage.
Out of curiosity, whereabouts would you all be while this is being discussed?
At the bar, drinking.
Okay, so quite literally at the bar.
Yeah, but Misskiff is talking to the group.
Yeah.
If she can narrow it in that much.
Au-Zuk, make me a perception check if you would.
A percepty boy.
He is.
Here's a percepty boy, lads. See, this is what happens when I roll a shotgun. I save all my good rolls for when I'm not firing a shotgun.
As you're discussing this, you just kind of notice a presence to your right. As you turn, you see at first what seems to be a nilbog staring at you,
Oh, fuck off.
with just like a grating voice of, "All right there, mate." And then you just hear laughter as you realise, no, it's the corpse of the nilbog. Someone has quite literally taken it and is going to do something with it later. And he's just pretty much winding you up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Just making a very, very important check.
So that instilled the line from Borderlands that the psychos have. I'm a meat puppet.
Au-Zuk reacts before realizing what is going on and will slash it straight across the neck.
Yep.
And then goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's a dead one. Stop that."
You kind of slash across the neck. It just causes a bit of what was left over of the blood just kind of trickle out. And the guy that just were holding it up's like, "That's not where the mouth flap's supposed to go." Oh, well, I guess I can always make a start on it and it can be mounted up on the wall somewhere.
You're welcome?
No, are you wanting any meat from this?
Oh. Pretty sure that's one of my... Pretty sure that's distantly related to me somehow. At least, race-wise.
You kind of look to it, then look to you, then look to it. But this ain't a reptile.
It's complicated.
I mean, I would question
No.
you, but you quite literally got a snady there.
Yeah, I do believe the snake would very happily have half a not goblin. Whatever keeps it from eating the Sable, I suppose.
Hey, Sanna wouldn't eat me. We're friends.
Couldn't have said that about half a week ago.
Yeah, but then she stopped trying to eat me, so...
It was also only half a week ago. You can't tell me otherwise. Obviously, extenuous circumstances and a lack of knowledge about your sentience, of course.
Real fast, Ranna says hi.
Hello,
Hi,
Ron.
Ranna.
She's sad that she can't make it. Her Wi-Fi's stole. Blech.
Oof. I
Aw.
know that Rebecca also said she couldn't make it because she was at work.
Misskiff will add.
Well, at least the vision confirmed that I was indeed a tiefling before all
I'm
of
gonna
this.
say,
Again,
I'm
you
going to say
should
for
probably...
Easter's... Oh, sorry. Go on.
Again, you must understand that I must confer a certain level of concern about this. It is very rare that these sorts of information, these sorts of jigsaws, if you will, come together so quickly. Something may very well be playing you along. To have a hag
Yeah.
simply inform you of, well, help you work through your past, only to discover the location of another important part of it so quickly, and might I add, so accidentally? I just keep an open mind. I like you, I don't want you to get hurt.
Thank you.
That was like a trap.
You do realise I lived with Granny No One for 4 years.
Only 4?
Yeah, she disappeared.
Oh.
And then I was on my own for the other...
5, 4.
Yeah. Wait.
Risk
Yeah,
of sounding a
5.
little bit, a little bit callous. How on earth did you survive 5 years as a sentient Sable? That could have been easy.
No. But I'd survived 10 years on my own before, so...
You
I was
survived.
10 when I got turned into Sable, and I was on the streets for as long as I could remember, so...
You know, it's funny. You, You've been out of this house about as long as I've been alive? It gets messy. Pretty sure I've beaten Kobold life expectancy at this point.
11 years.
Oh,
11
not.
days!
That sounds a bit more like what I was expecting, but I suppose I
Well,
don't have a
it's-
high
it's
opinion of my
11
race.
It's 11 days because your species tends to run into conflict without any warning. 11 years
thought-
biologically.
No. Kobolds can live up to over 100. That's what Granny No One said. They just die quick.
What kobold have you ever met that's made it to 100?
I think the oldest one I've ever met made it to about 60. Still alive, as far as I'm aware.
Was he a kobold?
Was
or
about
he
the only
just a
one
big,
back at my
tiny
old,
dragonborn?
what are they called again? Burrow, whatever. That actually seemed to have any semblance of wisdom. They were a mage. It kind of made sense, I suppose.
Are you actually a kobold, Au-Zuk?
As I said, it gets a little complicated in places. I'll tell you all at some point, once I'm a little more sure. I've only really been out and about for what, a couple of months? I'm still getting used to things as a kobold.
I see.
Well, with me, I just kind of was. I was only 10 when I got turned into a Sable. But before that, I'd been on my own on the streets for a long time, so I kind of knew how to survive. I tried talking to people before, but a lot of people hear their voice in their head. After Granny No One disappeared, but a lot of people hear voices in their head and they run screaming.
Except for clerics.
Well,
And then he asked
I'll give you a certain level of information now. I mean, yes, I've been on this plane. This plane? I don't even know if it's the same plane, you know. I've been part of this kobold burrow for, 5 years. That's how long I've been a kobold. I'm alive and all that. Let's say that I left because of leadership disagreements.
Did you start a coup?
I did not start a coup. I wouldn't
I
start
heard revolutions are particularly popular amongst kobolds.
Au-Zuk,
Yes.
the revolutionary.
You started
Please,
with a K.
please.
Viva
My
la
burrow was
resistance.
led over by a dragon. And while I will not get into any arguments with Unusor about it, I cannot be led by a dragon. It is not in my nature.
Well, I suppose.
And I was never going to start a revolution against a dragon. Not in its pathetic little form.
You wouldn't be the
Viva la
first.
resistance.
Might I ask? I'm assuming it was chromatic of origin, not crystalline or metallic.
I don't know. I never met him. Or her. Or them.
An absent god. My favorites.
You had to have a very high standing within the burrow to even interact with the dragon. Failure to retain the standing usually resulted in being consumed. So, you had to really want it, if I'm being honest, to really want to go and meet that dragon. I very much did not.
I see.
However, I would believe it would be, if the rumors are true about how dragons work in many other realms, I would have to believe it's chromatic in nature. I believe chromatic dragons have a tendency more to destructive alignments, right?
Yes, although most dragons do eventually destroy.
I think you understand what I mean.
Yes,
One that would be inclined to slay its own
a little bit,
people.
Yes, a little bit more homicidal and genocidal in its nature. Speaking of which, Unusor, I actually have a question to you. You're the cult of the dragon, right?
I never claimed to be.
You do hail the Dragon Queen quite a bit, which gives emphasis at least that you might be, although I don't see you doing well with that form of leadership. No offense, you just seem far less political than some of them are. Might I ask what your thoughts on dragons are?
I'm legitimately stunned. I didn't actually think that I'd ever have to answer this kind of question. um. Hmm. I'm legitimately stumped. Yeah. Unusor would just take a moment to take in the present company and shrug and very distantly be like, fucking hell, what was the question again? I procrastinated too much.
What is your thoughts on dragons?
God, I feel that.
Oh. So it is also like 11 o'clock here, and I'm running off like 3-4 hours of sleep.
Oof. It is
Yeah.
up to 2 hours recording, so.
So it would be like, depending on your perspective, my outlook is favorable.
Do you desire to become a dragon? I know some of yours have that wish. Actually, are you a half dragon or are you a dragonborn?
This one takes a moment to ponder the question. And it just smiles like, that would best be left for another time. In he glances around, less than public company.
Yes, fair, fair. I sometimes forget that both can tend to vary. People seem to care about that sort of things. Well, I will state this: is I I suppose technically a dragon worshipper. Me and Cog we are religious, but not in the same religious circle as Uno here is, or that Au-Zuk once was, but we do worship two dragon-like entities, but they are not... To call them a dragon would squander their power. But I do find dragons, for the most part, to be greedy, power-hungry, gluttonous creatures. There's a lot in common between a dragon and a man that frequents a tavern. Was funny. Come on, silence. Okay, all right. Look, look in the Astral Sea, that would have gotten a shit ton of laughter. Yes, thank you, Royce, for speaking up. Sorry, my computer went off, so I treated it like it was my
I wonder
Royce.
what that noise was.
Yes.
I'm not sure how I feel being compared to a dragon after all I just said. You understand?
Wait, do you frequent taverns?
Yes, we're in a tavern.
Yes, fair enough, but
The tavern that I went straight back to. How did that not give away a little bit?
I do have to admit, you are very articulate. You're strange for your species, and I say this as somebody that is strange for my species, but I'm interested in the fact that you are strange for your species. For one, as far as
I think
I'm...
we're all strange for our species.
But I don't even know what species you are.
Well, before this, apparently I was a tiefling. And now I'm a sable. Which I think I'd still be pretty unusual for a sable.
As you say that,
I haven't met
a few of the
sables.
as you say that, a few of the bar patrons do kind of turn their head towards you, Misskiff. And then looking at the rest of the party, they decide to do the wise thing for once and bite their tongue.
Good. One should never turn on someone that fought side by side with them. Not only is that bad etiquette as a warrior, but that'll surely get you condemned by whatever god you worship.
Pretty much why they didn't act. It's like, we fought alongside each other this day. You get this pass.
Yes. I mean, I may
It should also be noted that Cog did not enter with you. Cog has gone back to the ship with the bag.
Back to Loretta. Yes.
But also, I was trying to just speak to the party if possible. That's what I was saying before.
Ah, yes, you are.
Oh, yeah.
I only speak telepathically, so if I was just speaking to the party, they probably wouldn't have heard that.
Aye.
No, we've talked a lot about origins and stuff, and I do have to ask, Sanna, what exactly are you, might I ask? Is that a bit rude to ask?
I don't know. Do you find it rude to be asked what you are?
I don't, but I've apparently learned that not only do people on this reality quite enjoy their names remaining to themselves, that some people are apparently rather ashamed of what themselves and others are, and so I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't insulting you.
I don't feel insulted.
Good.
My father was a Yuan Tai and my mother was a Tiefling.
An interesting combination. Probably don't get the most favorable looks in most cities on this plane.
Are you
There's
tiefling?
not quite tieflings in this party, isn't there?
You
well,
tiefling,
now's
you will.
probably a bad time to explain that I've got horns under this hat, and he will lift the hat, and there'll be a pair of horns which he will take off his head. I'm not sure where I got them, but I found them a while back.
You have got to be... You're kidding. I was joking. I'm
not a tiefling, although these are real goat horns, and I've got no idea where I got them from.
It's impressive.
Yes, I know.
Perhaps they are
tosses-
demonic in nature.
He tosses one over to Au-Zuk.
Oh, they're not attached. Fair enough.
No, they're very much not. I like. If anything's come, I am an individual love.
I mean, that is a hell of a party trick.
It is a hell of a party trick. I do like my party tricks, but I also like traveling, seeing things, and I am intrigued and amazed by most things. And sometimes I take little trinkets. I've every now and then realized that some cultures don't like me taking little trinkets, but
Granny, no
Sometimes I
one took
take
trinkets.
Sometimes I take little trinkets, such as this. Holds up Misskiff. This is mine
yeah,
now.
he's just got Misskiff he's just got Misskiff he goes to put Misskiff in the hat. Mini Cog's there with a fork, just like stopping him from putting Misskiff in the hat. All right. Puts Misskiff down. Actually, one of my very dearest things that I've ever found in one of my adventures is Cog. So sometimes things stick around. I'm like a purveyor of lost things.
Granny takes trinkets. She took my tailband.
Oh, wonderful. Wait, what's a tailband?
She took your what?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Ever since I was little, I always had this little silver band around my tail. Granny took it when she took me in.
Oh.
She took a what? Sorry. A tailband is a band that goes on your tail, right? That's what I've gotten from this?
Yeah. A little silver tailband that was on my tail.
Tieflings.
I assume you're referring to your tiefling form.
It was too big when I turned into this, and Granny took it.
It's at this point
Sense.
when the front door to the tavern will open up. And a couple of guards will step in. So we know we had to deal with one murder today, but apparently there's been a second one. And we're hoping we could get some information, if anyone knows anything, from here.
Just turns, doesn't say anything because he knows he hasn't murdered anyone.
The local trapper has been found dead in his shop.
Oh. Just turns back around because he doesn't know anything.
We're hoping anyone would have any information.
Any information on what? Sorry?
The local trapper has been found dead in his shop.
How was he killed?
It has been a couple of weeks. I'm trying to remember how he was killed.
Don't know, but there was definitely one broken wall involved.
Cut off, and
Oh,
he died from that.
Died from a blood loss after someone cut off his hands.
Could it have happened during the attack? Those
Given the
things
state
were
of-
everywhere.
Given the state of the blood, definitely happened in the same day, but probably happened before the attack.
Was anything missing? Sounds
Well, we
like
found
a
a-
loan shark situation. They like to take body parts, don't they?
We found the walls broken down.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You know, there was a hag earlier. They like taking hands when it comes to deals. Perhaps he had made a deal and it went wrong.
If we think of anything, we will tell you.
Oh yes. Actually,
Marquis,
I'm quite the investigator.
Marquis, please make me a bluff.
Make a bluff.
I read deception. I forget which it is for Fifi.
Misskiff has literally kind of just crawled under someone's arm or something because she does not wish to be a part of this conversation.
I'm lawful evil. I'm trying to find a way to turn this to my advantage.
Marquis is neutral. So...
I'm chaotic good.
So they'll just kind of look to you, Marquis. Kind of noting your size and frame.
It also wasn't Marquis who burst through the wall. Marquis is
No,
like a
it
good 3 feet
wasn't.
taller than fucking Uno, so...
Yeah, but the issue is, you might not be the one that initially broke through the wall, but you would have had to have followed afterwards, and given your frame compared to
Oh, yeah,
Unusor,
that is true.
And people have seen you walk through walls.
Oh, yes.
so they're just kind of looking at you. Right. Yeah, an egg.
No. Marquis entered normally. Because he
Yes,
was in there talking to the shopkeeper and then Unusor burst
Yes,
through
but
after.
when we left. That being said...
Oh, in the back.
That being said, I would like to offer, if these are guards, the guards were all present when the Marquis saved them from the Illithid's tadpoles. Why would somebody that went out of his way to do that murder someone?
They're just looking at you, Marquis, being like, right, yeah, egg. And one of them will approach you. And just under their breath, will mutter out, look, just between us, was this anything to do with, wriggly things?
Yes, I didn't want to say anything out of people being afraid, but the poor fellow had a devourer situation, like a bigger version of the parasite, so we had to handle him. You can't cure that one.
Oh, okay. Make me a bluff check, but make a deception check, but make it with advantage, because on one hand, yes, you are lying, but on the other hand, you're also technically telling the truth in that it had something to do with mind flayers.
Can I have a perception to try and listen in?
Yeah.
Just because,
Misskiff is
That was a perception.
Thank you for noticing that.
at this point is just hiding on
That's a
Sanna.
persuasion. You're
That's a
supposed to roll.
What am I rolling? What am I rolling?
Deception.
Okay.
Deception.
Wow, I fucked up twice. Third time's a charm. Let's go. Where's deception on my sheet? I've been playing D&D for like 8+ years. I know what I'm doing, I swear.
So, Au-Zuk, you are hearing this whisper as it goes on.
To be honest, by the sounds of things, this is a proper, yeah, that checks out situation. Like, as soon as they mention it, I'm all like, I see. Right. It just goes back to drinking.
Right, how about we keep this on the down low between us, then? We don't want the rest of the public getting freaked out about the potential of being more of those fucks around.
Oh yes, we were going to tell you, but then the whole Faye situation happened, and one of ours was kind of brought down by it, so we've been relaxing a little bit before moving on, but we'll keep our lips sealed.
All right.
Just
Go on,
bear
Liam.
in mind, there may be more.
There may be more.
Definitely not prelude to an excuse to murder.
There is a possibility that there could be more, but the likelihood of it is slim to none. But I'm also not a doctor, so.
There may be more. Oh, so we should be expecting this again? Yes, when I get bored and find someone that deserves it, or maybe doesn't deserve it. I mean,
When I
what?
get snacky.
He deserved it. Like, out of character, the man deserved it. He was aiming a gun at Cog and fucking Mischief.
Yeah, he was
So-
gonna shoot through Misskiff.
The guards will leave at this point.
Once the guards are gone, just in Au-Zuk's head, he'll hear.
Yeah, that was Unusor who killed him.
Sounds like there was something to do with these illithids involved. Sounds.
That's
Yeah,
the one who killed him.
Cog's still got the intellect devourer.
You still have it?
Yeah, she put it in a bag of holding.
That sounds about right.
Oh yeah, they technically don't have lungs or a mouth.
Yep. Therefore, it is just alive, floating around in there, potentially encountering the bagman and trying to take his body.
Truth be
And
told,
that's
I
why-
haven't had a lot of interaction with illithids, but it sounds as though this was very justified.
That's where that
I
elephant head
guess.
came from as well.
Friggin'
Although I'm
You're
not sure how I
welcome.
feel about this very under the radar way of dealing with it, but Marquis is a strange man.
He was 100% gonna shoot me.
you
So
open up, you
Oh,
open up the bag of holding, And you'll just see the bagman sat like a James Bond villain, petting the intellect devourer like it's his cat.
Don't like the bagman.
I wasn't
Point.
there for the. I wasn't there for the last Sunday session. All I saw was the bagman got posted, and now I'm like, what happened? What
We're
happened?
talking about the bagman.
But yes,
We didn't actually encounter bagman, but we were talking about the bagman.
as the guards do leave, the bartender will come up and be like, "All right, since you can't decide on a payment and such, I put you up for some rooms for the night for free."
All right, thank you.
I appreciate the room on my sorry, I got all my words mixed up. My room on the ship is a bit of a mess right now, and I might need some time to sort that.
The room on my ship, yes, my ship, Marquis, mine.
He's like,
First off, Loretta
I'll
is her own individual. Thank you very fucking much.
I'll probably just room with someone, to be honest. I don't take up a lot of space.
Yet again, as Misskiff does say this, Sanna, you do get flashbacks to what happened the last time Misskiff shared a room with you.
and she became like tall,
Yep.
Oh, Skeef.
tall weasel, tall weasel.
So as Misskiff's like, I don't take that much space. Sanna just mutters under her breath, I'd beg to differ.
So, you all finish up your drinks, and as it is getting late, you do eventually turn in for the night. And as you do
I'll
so,
probably,
Oh.
I'll probably end up rooming with Sanna and Unusor again.
the camera will pan out, and we'll head back to the nice, small, cozy village nestled in a valley. There's a little nanny with her badger familiar. Those are final rounds for the nights before heading back home. Chill runs down her spine. She goes to push open the door to her house, which should have been locked. Find it unlocked. As she steps inside, she finds a figure. Just kind of, not even sat, more reclining on a long chair. Just staring at her. I wasn't expecting company. What is it that you want? The door slams behind her. As the snake-like figure goes, information on those that have been here recently. I can still gather their scent from this place. So if you don't want this little village razed to the ground, you will tell me where they have gone. And do I get a name, at least, for those demanding such information and dealing out such threats? Oh, come now, you know me. Everyone knows me. Now ringing a bell? Damara. They call me Damara. And that is where we're ending for this session. With your little nanny friend being threatened by Damara.
Yay! I
I
like
want to beat him to
old
death
people.
with his new dog.
So, hope you all had a good session today. Sorry that it was taken up by a lot of talk with the hag. I did have some other stuff planned, but some other stuff does require Ranna, so I didn't want to do that without her being here. Also, hopefully OBS hasn't fucked up. I will find out once this recording ends.
You
So,
really probably should check mid session.
Oh no, I've been clicking on it all the time, and it's still been saying that it's been recording all this time. But it said that last time as well, and it's only when I click stop recording that it decides, yes, no, this is where I fuck. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed our content here, please remember to also check out the Dark Tides of Runeterra, also on this channel, as well as Star Plunders and Sirens Through the Fog over on Spotify. Wait, it is Star Plunders, isn't it? I got it correct without having to check this time?
Yes, it's Star Plunder.
Yes, I'm getting better at it.
Sirens Through the Fog, though, instead of Mist. Or sorry, no,
I
fucked up.
always-
I fucked up. It is Sirens Through the Fog.
Hey,
Also,
Good day.
remember to check out Echoes of the Past over on Chocobo Keeper's channel. We are taking a 2-week break from both that and from Sirens Through the Fog while our friend Fred does her travels. But we'll be back to it soon enough. Also, yes, you were shouting.
Let's get to shout out. Where's my shout out?
You've got
Shout
a
out
channel.
my game. Shout out my game.
We don't record your game.
You can all you should all tune in to Tides of Fray every Friday, streaming on no platforms near you. You just have to imagine it.
I mean, there
It's
is
mostly
something
screaming and me forgetting that one of my player characters is blind every 3 minutes.
there is something I could technically shout out of yours. The fact that you are planning a little module of your own.
Aw, yeah. It hasn't got a name yet, so you can't shout it out, but you can try.
No, but I can shout out that you are planning a module.
We are working on a module, yeah.
We are working on a module.
Yet again, sorry that I've not been able to be there for any of the chats. Quite literally, I am still climbing out of bed at 4 o'clock.
Don't worry about it. But you gotta show up if you want to be blue.
So, thank you all, and we'll see you next time on the Devil Darlings.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm just yay, but yeah.
And this is the time when I find out if this is going to behave.
Well, look, Misskiff's like, I can't give you my real name because I don't know my real name. To the hag. But she very much doesn't. She really doesn't know her real name.
I am being filled with the fear right now. Because it's happening again. I clicked stop recording, and it's just saying stopping recording while the number